Hey, hope everyone's doing well. Making another video today about renting versus buying. I think this is more applicable than ever. You've heard a lot of news coverage lately about how tough the buying market is. There's low inventory, but in that struggle, it's all worth it in the end because buying a home is the best way to build your net worth. So the start, we're going to talk about renting. Renting's pretty easy because you're paying all of your money to someone else. You'll have no asset at the end of the day, and it's a really good way to make someone else wealthy. So you have $2,000 a month in rent. That's not super uncommon, especially if utilities are built into the rent. So $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. All of that money is going to the landlord, and none of that is going into your little green piggy bank. And we will bring the piggy bank back up later. All right, so I probably should have started off the video by talking about this video is for really a first-time home buyer or anyone in the rental market right now. And really the whole point is to tell you how owning versus renting will help grow this piggy bank right here. And that's the name of the game. So we have a $275,000 loan. That's really where your starter home is going to be at between $250 and $400, I would say. And we're taking that $275,000 loan out at a 6.5% interest rate. And that gives you a monthly mortgage payment of $1,738, and that's just on the loan. That's not including any taxes, mortgage insurance, or anything like that. So just down here on the second line, I have something for taxes, HOA, and insurance. This could be low. It could be high. It's just a number to kind of get us in the ballpark. So we have that $400 is going towards someone else. That's not going to be going to you. And then your monthly mortgage payment is really broken up into interest payment and into principal. And then that interest payment is going to someone else, and that principal is going to grow this little piggy bank over here. So we're back to buying. 99% of the time, if you're borrowing money to buy a house, you're taking out a 30-year fixed rate loan. So we have our monthly mortgage payment of $1,738. These 30-year fixed rate loans, all of them are amortized. That means that as you start your your payments, you're going to pay a higher percentage of interest, and that percentage is slowly going to work over to paying a higher percentage of your principal. So we see a little bit here. You'll start off payment number one. You're paying most of your monthly payment, that's $1,738. Out of that, $1,489 is interest. So almost your whole first payment is going to be interest. This stays consistent for a long time, and eventually by the end of the loan, you're paying almost all principal on the loan, which is what grows the piggy bank. So your first payment, $1,489, is going towards the bank, not to you. And out of that $1,738, $249 is going into your piggy bank in the form of equity. Then fast forward 5 years down the line, payment 60, you're still paying most of your mortgage payment to the bank in interest. And now you see it's gone a little more towards, you're paying more percentage-wise towards principal. So you're paying $349 on your 60th payment to your piggy bank. Just take notice how that even though the payments amount has changed, your monthly payment stays the same. All right, so now we're fast forwarding 5 years. You have your buyer, you have your renter. As we talked about, renters, you're paying $120,000 total over 5 years, and you have $0 in equity. That means nothing is going to the piggy bank. We have the buy side. You've paid slightly more over those 5 years, including the taxes and HOA and insurance. So you've paid $128,280. Now out of that, you have $21,000 in equity. That is going all to the piggy bank. You can see the piggy starting to get a little bit bigger. And then all of this you've paid either to the bank, the town, the insurance company. It's not going towards your net worth. But this $21,000 that you've paid in direct equity to the house isn't the only way that you get to pay yourself by owning. Next, we're going to talk about capital appreciation, which is really the big one. All right, the second and biggest way you're going to gain equity and grow your piggy bank is capital appreciation. This is basically saying that the value of the asset that you bought is appreciating in price. So we know, due to mostly inflation and supply and demand dynamics, everything seems to be getting more expensive. We can go into inflation more in a different video, but housing prices continue to go up along with everything else. So let's say you bought this home back in 2018 for $275,000. That value goes up on average, we'll say 4%. It's probably a little bit low, but again, for the sake of this, we'll say 4% appreciation year over year. So it's compounded. So in 1 year's time, that $275,000 asset will be worth $286, and 4% on that, so on and so on. So after only 5 years at 4%, that $275,000 asset is now worth $334,580. The difference between these two, the appreciation, is all equity. In that, so every dollar that this asset value goes up is money in your piggy bank. So to tie it all together, renting, you've paid $120,000 to your landlord. You have no asset, no equity, small piggy bank. Buying, you've paid $128,580. You have paid $21,821 to your principal. Add that with the capital appreciation of $59,580. You have $81,401 of equity in that house. That is cash in the piggy bank. This piggy is a lot bigger than this piggy. But that's really how it works. That is the benefit of buying over renting. Even though the buying process, especially now, it may be long, it may be stressful, but it is worth it 120% in the end. Because at the end of the day, this is how you obtain financial and personal freedom, is owning assets. And so we're going to talk about that more, go into depth about growing this piggy bank in other ways. But hope you guys like this video. It's really my first in-depth whiteboard video. If you have any comments, questions, things I can do better, please let me know.